everybody. We have the next episode of Castle Crashers Customs coming out for you today. Today we're going to be looking at the Frost King, the one of the two boss characters I'll be releasing for this weekend. And we're going to start with the Frost King here because I think it'd be more than fitting to save the evil wizard for last. Just as a nice little ending to all of these characters I've been making and everything that I've been cooking up and designing. I think that's a nice place to end off the series for now. I may come back to it at another point, but to get on to the main subject is the Frost King. I wanted him to be one of the playable ones because the Groom's Armor already been made playable with mods. I think also the Barbarian boss and the Cyclops, both versions, have been made playable too. So I figured I throw my hat in the ring and get the Frost King as a playable knight. And the real fun here was trying to take his design and condensing it into a player character size. And I think I did a pretty successful job of that. I think all of his main details come across quite nicely here. The detailing on his coat and his outfit I think came out great, considering how much I was squeezing down here into a playable character design. Still have his massive crown and his big stupid face. I'm especially excited for how his head will fit in the actual gameplay, just with the head size showcases we got with the little allergic green knight with the big puffed up head. So I'm hoping that this character and any of the other characters I've made with huge craniums will be able to fit into the template and all that kind of stuff. But for the Frost King himself, look at this scallywag, this scoundrel. He came out pretty freaking good, I think, in terms of replicating the style while keeping him in line with his own look and shrinking him down, getting the coat accurate. He was obviously going to have an ice shield. There's no reason not to. And then I have him wielding the ice sword. This is the old design, not the new one. But got his nice crown here, and I think he looks stupendous. I think he looks great. Yeah, I think in terms of his actual design, I'm very thrilled with the other frames of animation as well. His head turn and all the different... I've tried to give him a couple different expressions and that kind of stuff that you'll see once he's playable. But I'm very, very excited for the Frost King and how he'll eventually look in-game. So moving on from his actual character design, we're going to get to the portrait here. And I just wanted to make him look like a sick freak. On the portrait, he's got his crazy big, his big face, you know. And I have him generating some frost icy magic here. I have his hands kind of frozen over a little bit from his magic, just and a little bit of shading on his face, and the magic kind of smoking off and getting a little translucent and that kind of stuff. I wanted him to have a lot of expression throughout a ton of his stuff because he's a pretty expressive character in game. He's got the smile, the stupid grimace face. He's got a ton of weird expressions. So I wanted them to all come across throughout all of the asset work I've done for him. But yeah, here's his nice little portrait. I didn't want to just give him like a generic face. I wanted to get some expression in here, and I like how crazy he looks. It's very fitting, I think. And speaking of crazy expression, we have the Back Off Barbarian sprite. So I had a lot of fun with this one because I wanted to get his stupid yelling face from when he gets frozen to death put in here, and I think this is perfect. He's got his new the playable character design and a nice frozen block. And he's screaming like a freaking lunatic. What more could you want in a man? But yeah, I think nothing too crazy here. I just wanted to reference a pretty iconic pose he's got, and put in the player character style that he's been put in, and then the general back off barbarian art style stuff, which I think I've captured accurately here. So, moving on from that, we can finally see what happens when the king of the snow world eats a sandwich. He ends up looking like this. Boom. So this one was pretty simple once I figured out his actual player size design, because this was essentially just taking that and just sizing it back up again. And I use the Iceskimo as a reference for the body, because there was some stuff here that overlapped pretty decently. So I kind of used that, made my own little updates to it to get the Frost King's color on it and all that kind of stuff, all the cape, the little bits of trail on his coat, the little icons and everything, and his belt and his sleeves, and everything kind of comes together where he's now just a weird buff man, a weird buff version of himself. It's quite powerful. Yeah, I'm a big fan of how this guy turned out. So the beefy is a nice way to get him back to his more canon size, I guess. Because I had thought about making him a skinny body in this form, but I felt like kind of keeping the general design idea with beefies in order here. I felt like that'd be more fun. But with all that being said, that will do it for the Frost King. Actually, I didn't do any of the like custom weapons or anything like that for him, just because I felt the sword, especially with the updated art, would do more than enough to suffice for a weapon for him. Because I think a lot of his charm isn't in really the weapon he uses, because it's all the expressions, the crazy laughing, the crazy spread ice magic, all that kind of stuff. That's what really he's all about, and I didn't think that there was a weapon that really suited him any better than the ice sword, to be honest. So, yeah, I hope that, if anyone has any cool ideas for what kind of weapon he would wield, throw that down in the comments. I'll see if I could get that drawn or anything like that, if there's a idea that I think is pretty sweet. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the Frost King showcase. It's a little quicker than the average one, just because it's really just the character design I wanted to focus on for him, and it's kind of a similar vein to the Evil Wizard, but you'll see that one in the next video as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I want you to be on the lookout for the next one, being the Evil Wizard. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe, all the usual YouTube stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around for the next one. Have a good one, everybody. Peace.